Decentralized finance protocols are the bread and butter of airdrop farming in crypto, and today we have a new project that could deliver $800 worth of airdrop depending on our activities. In 2021, the YDX, a DeFi protocol, airdropped $3,000 worth of airdrop to early users who interacted with the protocol. Some users even received as much as $9,000 depending on their activities. Sol protocol is in its testnet phase at the moment, and despite investment and investors' information largely unknown, it could potentially be another DYDX. What is up, people? My name is Jesse, and if you are new to the channel, welcome. We have a target of hitting between $1,000 and $10,000 by the end of 2025 through airdrop farming. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel to get free guides and updates on airdrop opportunities. Now, before I go on, I need to make something clear. Nothing in this video is financial advice. Everything is for education and entertainment. Sol Protocol is a DeFi platform that provides seamless access to liquidity across multiple blockchains and lending protocols. The advantage of the platform is that it enables users to supply and borrow assets with the flexibility of interacting with other lending protocols from one application. Having said that, let's get into farming the airdrop. Now, to get started with the Sol Protocol testnet, just click the link I'll leave in the video description. Now, that link will bring you to this page. So make sure you have an EVM wallet installed as one of your browser extension. I'll recommend MetaMask or Rabi wallet. Get any of them installed as an extension. Now, once you get to this page, the first thing you will do is come to seed, click on the seeds button, and then you go to quest under the seed tab. You come to my quest under the seed tab, under the seeds section. Now, make sure you have your wallet connected here. You just click on the connect wallet, and you sign the contract to connect to your wallet. Now, once that is done, the first thing you do is start with the first quest, which is social media interactions. What you do is you connect your X account and your Telegram and Discord, and then you interact with some of the platforms post on X. Basically, you repost, you will like, and you comment on those posts. That is what you will do. Now, after you are done with that, you should earn yourself 13 seeds. Note that as you complete task, you earn seeds and climb up the leaderboard. Now, after you are done with quest 1, you come to quest 2, where you will start lending assets on Ethereum and Avalanche. Now, once you click on this, the first thing you see here is claim test faucet tokens. You claim your faucet tokens here. Once that is done, it will indicate that you have claimed your faucet. Then the next thing is to supply any of the available assets that you claimed to your faucet to on the you supply it on the Avalanche chain. So there will be a button here that says access app, just like this. Now, once you click it, it should bring you to this page of the assets you want to deposit. Now, once you are doing this, I advise you just click on collateral. You'll supply a little. So by doing this, you'll be doing two things at once. You'll be adding supply and then adding collateral, because if you look here, the fourth task, it says add the same asset as collateral on the Avalanche chain. Now, this is the one we are doing. but it says we should add the same as collateral. That is why I am picking collateral here. This is supply, which was the initial task, and then this is the collateral, which is the one at the bottom. So we'll just go ahead and add this. Now we have gotten the confirmation that the transaction is successful, so we'll go back to the initial spot we had. Now it says you should supply any of the available assets on Ethereum Sepolia chain. So you come back, you pick Ethereum Sepolia, and then you pick any of the assets. So again, I'll go with Ethereum, and then this time we don't need to add collateral, because if you look down here, there's no task that says we should add collateral. Now because I just finished adding collateral to the supply, that is why this task here is completed. Right, that is why this task here is completed. So just go ahead and add supply to to this asset here. Now once you are able to complete the first and second quest, you should have 39 seeds to your account. Now after that, just go ahead and start the third quest, which is to supply any of the available assets on Arbitrum chain, Optimism, and just Arbitrum and Optimism. So now we'll take a borrow on Optimism. So if you can just click here, it will open a fresh new page, but we don't want to do that, so we'll come to borrow, and then we come to Optimism, and I remember we deposited this asset, so I will just go ahead and borrow as much as possible. Not everything, let's do 55% of what you can borrow, and then we'll go ahead and borrow. We'll go to the next quest, which is to borrow from Ethereum and Avalanche. So we'll take a borrow of any asset on Avalanche. So we'll come and we'll come to Avalanche and borrow. Let's borrow Bitcoin, because there is enough liquidity to go around, and we can borrow as much as 0.23. so let's borrow, let's not borrow too much. Yes, let's go with 22% of what you can borrow. Now, just so we can avoid this video getting too long, I have gone ahead and borrowed assets on Avalanche. Now what I'll do is repay what I borrowed on the same chain, which is Avalanche. So once you click on that button, it should take you somewhere here. Now I have borrowed on Avalanche. Now I'll have to repay, and I think I have somewhere. Okay, so let's just wait for that to load, then we can repay what we borrowed. Right, now we can go ahead and repay what we borrowed. So remember, we borrowed from Avalanche, so we'll go to Avalanche, and then we will repay what we borrowed. I think we borrowed from Ethereum. And then we will repay what we borrowed. We are not going to repay everything, so we'll go ahead and repay that amount. Yeah, so now what we're going to do is remove collateral from the Avalanche chain. So you just click on the button, the link, and because I already have it opened here, I'll just go ahead and come to supply and then choose the Avalanche chain. Now, if I can recall, the collateral we deposited is wrapped Ethereum, which is this one. So I'll pick that, and then I will pick collateral and then remove, and then I'll just use the slider to pick let's say 57% of what we deposited as collateral. Let's remove that. Right, so the dashboard has been updated here, and I'm just waiting for the transaction to go through, because the dashboard already will I say suggest or highlights that the transaction went through. That is why the borrow limit was updated here. So I'll just wait for this to complete, and then I'll go back and confirm the transaction on the Quest board. Alright, that has gone through, and I'll just go ahead and confirm that. And that has been completed. Now the remaining task for Quest 4 is for me to withdraw from Ethereum Sepolia chain. So I'll come here again, and this time I'll pick Ethereum. And I think this was the asset we deposited, so I will just go ahead and withdraw. I'll pick this asset and I will withdraw. Now Quest 3 says we should supply any of the available assets on the Arbitrum chain. Then we'll do the same thing for Optimism, and then we'll supply we'll add some assets as collateral for Optimism, and then we'll take a borrow on Optimism. So the first task is to supply any asset on Arbitrum. So we'll come back to this website, this page again, and then it says Arbitrum, which is Arbitrum Sepolia. Let me check that to be correct. Yes, Arbitrum. Yes. So we have a few here. We have USDC, we have Bitcoin, we have USDT, and USDC again, but on a different protocol. So okay, let's go with USDC. So we'll just add 20% of that, and then we'll supply. Okay, so I think I think before I started recording this video, I had already withdrawn some assets I deposited initially. So I think that is why I don't have any assets to withdraw. So I'll just go ahead again and supply and then withdraw it. Let me check this real quick if this will count. Yes. So initially I supplied Ethereum before I started recording this part, and then I withdrew it just to have enough Ethereum to complete the remaining quest. So just go ahead and supply Ethereum and then withdraw it again. That should get this task completed. So now we are on to quest number 5, which is lending and borrowing on base Arbitrum. So basically you just go ahead and do the same things. We have the same task we did on Ethereum, Avalanche, and Optimism, and also Arbitrum. The same task we completed is what you'll do for quest 5 and I think quest 6 as well, because basically what you'll be doing is withdrawing assets from Sepolia base and Arbitrum, which is because here you'll be lending and borrowing, so here you'll be withdrawing what you'll be supplying. So yeah, that is it. I don't want this video to take too long, but by now I think you should get the whole concept of supplying, borrowing, lending, and withdrawing. So yeah, for this quest, the special quest here is for you to create content about the whole quest you are taking. So if you have an X account, you can create a thread about how to complete the task, or simply just creating an awareness about the task. They don't have, there's no fixed seeds for that yet, but I know the seeds allocation for this task is going to be huge, given how other projects have taken seriously content creation for the platform. So I will advise that if you have an X account, go ahead and create a thread on how you completed your task, or just create an awareness concerning this and then submit it here. Now remember, nothing in crypto is guaranteed. Always take your time to do your own research. Don't forget to like and share this video, and before you go, here's another video that could make you $300 in free crypto.